It's the storyteller's world, a place for all to grow. We'll lighten up your world with something you should know. Every man, woman, boy and girl, join in the storyteller's world.
Let the stories begin.
The storyteller's world.
This episode on The Storyteller's World.
Winter
The
Blues.
storyteller's world.
Jack Johnson had the best summer ever because he was married to the love of his life, Jennifer. For them, it was love at first sight. Jenny walked into his life and he felt comforted because he had lost his dad to an illness that killed him suddenly and unexpectedly at a time when it looked like he was recovering. Jack had moments when he would recoil into himself, but Jenny seemed to know how to make him bounce back to life. Jenny herself had not had an easy life. She was made an orphan at the age of 6 by a callous passerby who attacked her loving parents from behind, unprovoked, on the way back from a date. She had been left with a babysitter for a couple of hours and alarm bells began to go when they did not answer their phones long after they should have picked up their little princess. Jenny had to go into care after her parents' demise. Even though she had been pampered as an only child and suddenly dumped into an institution with kids that had very troubled backgrounds, Jenny had not allowed this to get to her at all. She determined from a young age to do her parents proud. She had a lovely carer, Hilda, who always told her bedtime stories. Each time she tucked her in, Hilda told Jenny that her parents were looking down on her from heaven and they would be very happy if she did them proud. Those words stuck with Jenny and guided her through life. When she was about to make crucial decisions in life, she always asked herself, what would Dad and Mom think? She looked back at her life and smiled. I am now an accomplished solicitor in one of the best firms in the country and married to my lovely man for 6 good months. She patted herself on the back. I have done you proud, folks. Jenny was still reminiscing over her achievements when she smelt her food burning in the kitchen. She rushed to salvage it. Luckily, it wasn't too bad. The table was set and Jenny called her in her usual sexy voice. Jack, are you coming, darling? Your favorite? Jack strolled down and squeezed her hand lovingly, but he seemed to be in a world of his own and didn't talk much. Jenny put it down to fatigue for the long hours he put in that week as a computer scientist. The following day, Jack worked from home because he could not cope being around people on the 12th of each month and on the 21st. He didn't say anything to his beautiful wife because he didn't want her to fuss over him. Jack dressed up as usual, so she thought he was going to work. Jenny always left before Jack because she worked 1.5 hours away. Jack worked diligently from home. He finished all his work for the day in a few hours. Then he sat down on the carpet in his favorite corner of the lounge with 2 cups of coffee. Dad, I made your coffee just the way you like it. We had good times together, so why did you leave me and go? Jack started sobbing. Life is unbearable without you, Dad. Your fishing rod is still in the shed. Won't you come fishing with me? He sipped his coffee and sipped his dad's coffee, mimicking the way the dad used to hold his cup. At lunchtime, he made sandwiches and put 1 sandwich in each plate. One was for himself and the other was for his dear daddy. He washed up and read the dailies. 1 newspaper was put in his dad's place. After doing a bit more work on the computer, Jack dozed off in the lounge. He did not hear when Jenny returned. She always let herself in quietly, whether someone was in or not. She dropped the shopping in the kitchen and noticed 2 cups and 2 plates that had been used and washed. Oh, Jack must have had a guest over. He was supposed to be at work. Hello, Jack! She looked at him questioningly. What time did you get back? She asked. I worked from home today, he answered drowsily. Who came visited? She inquired. No one. Why'd you ask? She did not answer, but went through the house, trying to find out who this mystery guest could be. On the 21st, Jenny came home and noticed 2 plates and 2 cups in the sink. This time they were unwashed. Jack was not in sight either. She looked round the house, and there he was, curled up in bed. After work on Friday, Jenny went out with her friends, Jo, Marie, and Vivian. Thank God it's Friday, Vivian exclaimed. How's married life treating you? Vivian inquired. I can't wait to be married to Phil. Both of her friends worked from the same law firm. Jenny told them about the mystery guest that came anytime Jack worked from home. I thought we were happy together, but sometimes he seems distant and withdrawn. Now he's entertaining guests behind my back and always seems so tired when I come in. Could he be having an affair? Jo Marie asked. After just 7 months of marriage? There is only one way to find out. Let us do what we're good at doing, nailing the criminal. They put hidden cameras in the house. Jenny went away for 2 days with work to gather evidence for a case that she was working on. She could not take her mind off Jack and who he was seeing. She was getting more and more worked up by the minute. How dare he bring ladies to our home? Maybe I'm the only one in the neighborhood who doesn't know about this affair. Who is this other girl? Could she be one of the locals? In the morning, Jenny's eyes were puffy due to lack of sleep. She had tossed and turned all night. Louis, her colleague, looked at her in horror. What is happening to you, Jenny? You look a right mess. I couldn't sleep all night, she replied. Things have occupied my mind. Is everything okay in the home front? He asked. I think he's having an affair, but I have no concrete proof till I get back. But even the thought of what is going on seems to be eating me up. Well, you need to concentrate and be alert if you're going to extract the right information that we desperately need to win this case. Let's go for a quick coffee, Louis suggested. Jack, now home alone, was desperately trying to drown out the silence. He walked to the local shop to get some bottles of wine, and he also got Dad's favorite choice of beer cans. He chatted to his dad. I miss you, Dad. How I wish you were here with me to witness my marriage to the love of my life. You were gone, yet you were here. Harriet and Sam seem to have forgotten all about you. They don't talk about you much. My siblings are mean, Dad. How can they do that to you, Dad? Mom too has remarried. She really upset me by doing this. But I will be there for you. He sipped Dad's beer and sipped his own wine. By the time Jenny came in, Jack was difficult to rouse. She suspected alcohol poisoning. Looking at the horrific evidence before her, she was confused as to who drank what. The paramedics were there pretty quickly. Jenny stayed with her husband until he was given a bed on the ward. She was both confused and shattered, but once she got home, she could not wait to examine the camera evidence. What she found was shocking. Jenny arranged a meeting to go down to see Jack's folk. She was given a warm welcome. Over tea, she chatted to Jack's mom, Pamela. her husband Tom, and Jack's siblings Harriet and Sam. She explained to them about the misery visitor, the suspicion, the drunkenness and withdrawal, and now an escalation to hospitalization. Finally, she revealed what she had found on camera. "What?" cried Pamela when she was shown the physical evidence. Harriet said, "I knew it was bad, but nothing could have prepared me for this. What is his problem? Why can't Jack just move on like the rest of us?" "It is not as if Dad died last year or 2 years ago," interjected Sam. Tom said, "I think this guy needs serious help. This is not normal. You need to go to a counselor or therapist. Get him help. He's becoming a mental wreck and is dragging you down with him, Jenny. We thought things would normalize when he got married. He started with deep depression on the day that Robin died, the 12th of September, and on the 21st, when he was buried," said Pamela. "No wonder," Jenny interjected. "He's at home on those dates every month. I have been keeping diaries. I thought he was having an affair, but it is a different type of affair. It is spooky, weird, sheer madness, and I just can't take it anymore. Why should Robin that I've never met come between us?" shouted Jenny. Pamela responded, "We all needed initial help to move on. Now he thinks we are wicked for leading normal lives, and he has not forgiven me for marrying Tom. He called me a bitch the day I informed him of my intentions," said Pamela. "I didn't remarry till 5 years later." "So for how long has Robin been gone then?" inquired Jenny. "This month will make it 15 years, interjected Harriet. "For Jack, he has not allowed time to be a healer. Death is painful to everyone, but we need to move on. That doesn't mean that we love them any less. It reminds me of Penelope. Her fiancé left her and she never dated anyone else. She remained heartbroken till the day she died." "That is not right," said Harriet. "Sometimes people are in your lives for a season and then they move on. Must you now grind your own life to a halt because of that? After all, we all came to the world separately. Why must your life end because somebody else's time is up? The winter blues has gone on for too long." Jenny had the support of Jack's family. Together they found him a good place to undergo therapy, but nothing seemed to be working. Jack was as stubborn as a mule. He felt that they were trying to deprive him of his relationship with his dad. Jenny became quite frustrated. On one of her visits she said, "Make a choice, Robin or me. I'm not playing this game anymore. I have had enough." She got back to work fuming. She went for lunch with her new colleague, Grace. Grace listened to Jenny as she poured out her frustration and later apologized. "It's all right." Her new friend smiled. "I think I can help. I'm a Christian." She invited them to church. Jenny went and she was very impressed by the teaching. Grace and Pastor Timothy went up to see Jack where he was receiving therapy once a week and spent hours with him each time. His mindset began to change as he learned that as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Jack also understood that life and death are in the power of the tongue. Jack's vocabulary slowly changed from "I can't," "That's the way I am," "I can't help myself," to "With God all things are possible, and I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Jenny felt elated. She welcomed her husband back. His love for her that had been trapped was finally being set free from the snare of holding on to the past. Jenny reminded him of her own parents who were part of the cloud of witnesses spurring her on. "That's my girl. You can make it. Yes, you're doing us proud." You do your loved ones proud by achieving great things, carrying on from where they stopped, achieving more than they did, avoiding their pitfalls, and fulfilling destiny. They do not want you to be stagnated, stuck in the ruts of the past, or crying over spilt milk. Life is in seasons. Move up and move on. Don't be stagnated, for stagnant water has a repulsive stench. Has your girlfriend left you? Move on and rebuild your life. Have you lost a loved one? Cherish the moments you had, but don't let it cast a dark shadow on the life before you that needs to be lived. If you grieve for an abnormally long period of time, it can open the door to illnesses or lack of willpower to live your life to the full. They would not want you to punish yourself like that. Don't block the sunshine at the end of the tunnel. Don't grieve anymore like there is no hope. God will make a way where there seems to be no way. Say bye to winter blues. Summertime is just round the corner. At the other bend, Jack rebuilt his life, and once again he was fun to be around. He got his family back and became very productive at work. Look out for those around you that are bereaved, lonely, heartbroken, or stagnated due to situations in their lives. We all go through seasons where we need help and support. Be your brother's keeper and love your neighbor enough to notice when something isn't right. It might just be a cry for help from someone who needs your help and encouragement. Right, these are the nuggets from this story. Resilience through adversity. Despite losing her parents at a young age, Jenny determined to make them proud, showing that resilience and a positive mindset can help overcome even toughest challenges in life. Finding comfort in love. Jack found solace in his love for Jenny, demonstrating that meaningful relationships can provide support and healing during difficult times. The power of determination. Jenny's resolve to excel as a solicitor and honor her parents' memory highlights how determination can lead to significant achievements regardless of past hardships. Supportive relationships. Jenny's ability to help Jack through his moments of withdrawal underscores the importance of having a supportive partner who understands and cares deeply. Seeking help. When Jenny realized Jack needed more help than she could provide, she sought assistance from his family and professionals, illustrating the importance of seeking external support when necessary. Faith and healing. Jack's journey to recovery through faith and church guidance shows how spiritual beliefs and community support can facilitate healing and personal growth. Moving forward. The story emphasizes the importance of moving forward and not letting past traumas hold you back, as seen in Jack's eventual decision to let go of his father's memory and embrace the present. The strength of family. The support from Jack's family in addressing his issues highlights the crucial role family plays in providing strength and encouragement during tough times. Overcoming misunderstandings. Jenny's initial suspicion of an affair and a subsequent discovery of Jack's behavior teaches the value of communication and understanding in resolving misunderstandings within relationships. Living fully. The ultimate message of the story is to live life fully. Cherish the memories of loved ones, but not let those memories impede your current happiness and progress. Embrace the seasons of life and strive for personal fulfillment. Thank you for being part of our community today, as we have come together to listen to stories that affect us as a people and preserve our rich heritage. If our stories have impacted you in any way, we would like to hear from you. Please drop us a line by email, and it is thestorytellersworld@gmail.com. You can also connect with us on our Facebook page and our YouTube page, The Storytellers World. Kindly subscribe and look out for our inspiring stories. Our website is storytellersworld.co.uk, where you can find our stories and audio podcasts. There is always something for everyone. Till we come your way again, it's bye from all of us at the Storytellers World.
It's the storyteller's world, a place for all to grow. Well, lighten up your world with something you should know. Every man, woman, boy and girl, join in the storyteller's world. The storyteller's world. The storyteller's world.